Sandra from MaxIQ Space, and in this video, I'm going to take you through our pathway to space. There are many organizations, schools, universities, and institutions who would really like to launch a CubeSat into orbit. And what we're looking at is how can we actually make sure that that can take place. First of all, the approach that we take is the name of this character from Star Wars, C-3PO. And that is for communication, payload, power, pointing, and operations. Let's look at the first steps that we take on our pathway to space. We begin with our Space STEM program, looking at our planet Earth in the context of our solar system. Here we use our hands-on STEM kits. These kits are authenticated by STEM.org, NASA, as well as the UN Development Program, because we've made sure that every experiment we do aligns with at least one of the Sustainable Development Goals. We run experiments, and at this point, we start developing our payload. In other words, we design and start testing our payload. The next step is to introduce remote sensing. And here what we're doing is we're creating some distance between our payload and where we're receiving the data. So here we look at Internet of Things challenges, understanding IoT and MQTT. We build a tiny GS ground station so that we can understand satellite and ground station communication. Thirdly, we now start gaining altitude. We have a look at our 3D smart rocket project. And here what we do is we test the operations, essentially testing our code to see that we can write the data at a very high rate to our SD card. We do low altitude balloon missions, and here we test our communications and power. And then the high altitude balloon project, often we actually run these with NASA Goddard out of New Mexico. And with these tests, we look at the full design in low temperature and low atmospheric conditions. The final step we take on our pathway to space is to go into orbit. And here we have an ISS rideshare with nanoracks. In these projects, we test the full design in microgravity. Once the projects come back from the ISS, then we are ready to begin designing our CubeSat.